Greetings. Ani, bonjour, kwe, tanzi. Scano. It's Catherine here with Brian at Moonstarlodge in Georgian Bay, Central Ontario, with the weekly reading for December 18th to 24th, 2023. And in this time period, we are covering the transition from Sagittarius to Capricorn. We are in a Mercury retrograde, which just means to slow down and rest. It doesn't mean all hell's going to break loose. And we are having winter solstice, official winter solstice, on the 21st, all in this time frame, having just moved into talks with relations, the first moon cycle of 2024, approximate calendar year, because it doesn't work that way in Indigenous tradition. And this is part 2 of the weekly reading. It's its own reading, but I had indicated in last week's reading the decks I was using, all the grandmothers of the moon cycles, and I'm not going to repeat that right now. I'm just going to go right into the reading in a moment. If you want to get the most out of this reading, you really need to go back and watch the last reading if you didn't, because I will have highlighted all the decks and the positions and what we're doing and everything about the calendar aspects that just really bring this to an incredible crescendo. 2 days after this reading is done, we have the full moon of talks with relations. So it's big energy, big emotions with family around, moving into the Julian calendar, New Year's Day. All of these things are building. So energies will be high and emotions will be high. So have a look at last week's reading if you didn't. All right, Brian, my dear. Let's go to the cards. So here's our medicine wheel. Here are the 4 tarot cards representing East, South, West, and North. These are the clarifiers for those tarot cards. These 2 cards represent the wisdom of the shaman. These cards here are the overseeing eyes, literally, of the ancestors. And there's some guides and teachers cards. These are from spirits who walk with us but aren't related. And we have a totem card and an astrological card. So starting in the East, we have the 9 of turtles, which is the 9 of earth. And this is all about having everything we need in place. Everything is cool for our third dimensional life. What you don't see is this bear, I guess, is being carried by a person. The person is saving or carrying or helping this bear. We have all the support we need. We are supported all the time in our third dimensional walk. So that's our material life, our home, our family, our transportation, our money, our security to live and have what we need in the third dimensional life. So that's the opening card for the 18th, the week of the 18th. And it's clarified by rainbow activation about authenticity. This is a heart and soul card. So we are to be authentic within our own journey and walk. Any masks we've put on over this time period in order to function with family and function in the world, we have to drop that. When we are working with this energy of the all that is, we need to be our authentic, true selves and let people see what that is, even if it means some people will pull away. If they pull away from you and your authentic self, they weren't meant to be in your life. So just know that. Things don't have to be as they were when we were 12. This is about walking in the authentic position of who you are, clarifying that when we do walk in authenticity in our rainbow form, we get everything we need because the energy can flow properly. Moving to the south, we have the Knight of Thunderbirds, or the Knight of Wands. And this is all about the high energy and bringing us passion, bringing us the energies, bringing us the opportunities that inspire, or to be in spiritus, to have the passion in the belly to move forward. And if you remember last week's reading, you'll understand what this Knight is doing. It's clarified by, if the dogs come circling around. What that means is it's divine protection. When we're off with this energy of this Knight, passionately pursuing what we're going to take on for the new year of 2024, we need to be assured that we are protected. Dogs, wolves, the canines were some of the last totems to be created to walk with humans, to teach us how to exist on the earth and to protect us and connect as equals with unconditional love. So this unconditional love of the universe, the all that is protecting us as we pursue how we move in 2024. In the west, we have the Queen of Butterflies, which is the Queen of Swords. So this tells me that we have the energy of this beautiful queen, which means we have intellectual clarity. We come to this in a place of a maturity. That means that maturity and that wisdom walk includes some painful things, but it's sharpened our ability to cut through any of the BS that we've got hanging around us as we attempt to do this. So we have the clarity and pure integrity of the thoughts that we are thinking. We're not going down any weird rabbit holes or anything like that. So we've got the Queen's energy, and she's clarified by stillness. The stillness that comes from being in the north. So here's this woman shape-shifting into the polar, or into a bear. We can't have clear thought if we're running around in the shopping malls and things, trying to buy last-minute gifts and getting ourselves all weirded out. Is our Christmas or our Yule or our New Year's good enough? You know, are we going to be judged? All those kinds of things are not coming from a place of clear thinking. So stillness, being in the moment, mindful, meditative, resting. We had that message previous week, if you remember. It's important to rest and just do what you need to do to prepare. Nobody is going to walk your journey of 2024 except you. And nobody has the right to impinge, and we don't have to people please. So just know you need that clarity, supported by rest. In the north position, such a big spread I can hardly reach it, we have the Queen of Frogs, which is the queen of the water element, or emotion. So she brings us emotional integrity and maturity. So these two queens are profoundly influential as we come up to the time of Christmas Eve, if you celebrate Christmas. But the overarching energy of these two queens will walk with us for much beyond, both before and after, but especially during the week of the 18th to 24th. If we keep connecting with them consciously, the conscious embodiment of this energy is so important. And how do we consciously embody this emotional maturity during this time? Is tobacco, using tobacco, laying it down as sacred medicine. And the lesson is reciprocation. We are giving thanks in advance for the things that are coming our way. We are giving thanks for the food that has been sacrificed and the spirit of the food. so that we can have these wonderful festive meals. This is about just laying down our tobacco in a space of humility to be thankful for our lives. So the totem for this time right now is the Ace of Wands, the tiger. We have the tiger, we have the turtle from last week still in our element, we have the bear, and now we have the dogs. We even have the horse here of the knight. So this totem, tiger, is the fire of the wands that's going to help us. We need to know that this is coming. This new beginning, this new passionate, spiritually, artistic, possible endeavor, whether you're writing that book or painting that picture or starting a new business, whatever it is, it's coming. So you're preparing for it down here. We're coming around the wheel. Excuse me. The ancestors. So these are actual ancestors in spirit. The Tower card, sudden change is coming. We had that card last week. We have Owl. Owl is wisdom, independent thinking, and enlightenment. Well, certainly the independent thinking goes along with the Queen, and the enlightenment comes from everything we're experiencing in this week, all this new change in talking with relations. And this card here is the Eight of Rings, which is the Eight of Pentacles or Eight of Coins. And so that's representing we're moving past being an apprentice. We are an accomplished expert at what it is we love to do. And we're bringing that expertise into this new beginning that's being heralded here. So the last card in this spread is the new moon in Virgo. So this doesn't talk about, we're not in Virgo, we're in Capricorn at this point, but we are taking on the same energy as if we were in a new moon in Virgo, which is a time to give rather than take. And it's the same energy. Now, I'm going to ask Brian to douse and see if Virgo plays as a timeline for all this stuff we're creating.
Yes.
Absolutely. That was a very powerful yes. So everything we are creating for the beginnings of the new year of 2024 are going to be manifest by the time of Virgo. So look that up in your chart and see where you're going with that. I think this is a very powerful reading. You can flip the camera, honey. Old snow eagle over there flapping on that computer. This is a powerful 2 weeks, and I look forward to hearing from you in the comments and messages you send, just how you plan to incorporate, your passionate journey of new beginnings and how you're preparing for it. The real overarching message is we have to do self-care. In both readings, both weeks in a row, we've had a timeout. We had the Four of Swords last week, and we have the shaman telling us the Garden of Venus, meaning rest and renewal. We have the Stillness card. So we have to balance these 2 weeks with pulling back and taking care of ourselves so that our Queen energies can manifest and do their work too. All right. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, send us a message. And just before, if you made it this far, any of the readings I'm doing in the rest of December and in January will include some astrological stuff that I don't usually incorporate, but these readings will incorporate that. So it gives you a bit of a timeline for 2024, and you'll come away with a copy of your birth chart if you supply me with that information when you make a reading. And there will be times in January, possibly a time or two left in December, that you can have a reading. Just message us. Send me a coffee. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Send a message through. Look at the website. All that information is in the information below the section of the video. So, from Brian and I, Kitchimi Witch, Nyawe Aho.